Hey everyone, welcome back to 100 English Speaking Challenge here at Fluent With. This is day 10, and we're already 1/3 of the way through. Great job for sticking with it. Today's topic is something I think everyone has an opinion about: social media. So, let me ask you this. How much time do you spend on social media every day? Be honest. For me, I'd say probably 2 to 3 hours, sometimes more if I'm not careful. It is so easy to just open an app for a few minutes and suddenly realize an hour has gone by. I usually start by checking Instagram, then maybe scroll through TikTok or YouTube. And the crazy thing is, I don't even realize how much time I've spent scrolling until my battery is almost dead. I think social media has really changed the way we live. These days, people don't just meet in person or talk on the phone. We message, we send memes, we react to stories, and we watch each other's lives unfold through tiny squares on a screen. It's amazing in some ways. You can stay in touch with friends from other countries or find people who share your interests. I've even learned new skills, like how to cook certain dishes or improve my English, just from watching short videos online. But let's be honest, social media isn't always positive. Sometimes it can make you feel kind of bad. You see people on vacation, buying new clothes, getting perfect photos, and it's hard not to compare yourself. That kind of comparison can make you feel like your own life isn't good enough, even if that's not true. We forget that most people only post their highlights, the best parts, not the full picture. Another thing is privacy. It's easy to forget how much we're sharing online. What we post, who we tag, even our location, it's all being tracked in some way. And once something goes viral, it's basically out of your control. I think that's one reason why some people decide to take breaks or delete their accounts altogether. And then there are influencers. People who seem to live these perfect lives and make money just by posting photos and videos. For some, it's a dream job. For others, it's not very realistic. Being an influencer might look easy, but it takes a lot of work to build a brand, stay relevant, and deal with public pressure. Just like celebrities, they often have to be careful about what they say or post, because everything they do is watched. So where do I stand? Well, I don't hate social media. In fact, I think it's a powerful tool. It just depends on how you use it. I try to limit my screen time now, maybe 30 minutes in the morning, and then a bit in the evening. I also try to follow accounts that inspire me or teach me something, instead of ones that make me feel stressed or insecure. Alright, that's it for today's episode. I hope this topic got you thinking, not just in English, but about your own relationship with social media. Now it's your turn to speak. Practice for a few minutes, even if you're just talking to yourself. The more you speak, the more natural it will feel. And remember, every time you show up and practice, you're building confidence. One day at a time. Thanks for joining me on day 10. I'll see you in the next one. Keep going, keep speaking. Do you feel like you're stuck in a rut? Tired of feeling unmotivated and unsure how to achieve your goals? If you answered yes, then this video is for you. We all experience setbacks and feel stuck sometimes, but it's important to remember that you're not alone. With the right mindset and strategies, you can break free from feeling stuck and start living a more fulfilling life. So let's explore 7 tips to help you get unstuck. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step to getting unstuck is to acknowledge how you're feeling. Are you bored, frustrated, or overwhelmed? By taking the time to identify your emotions, you'll be able to understand the root of the problem and develop strategies to address it. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions you're experiencing without judgment. This can be difficult, but it's essential to move forward. 2. Set small, achievable goals. When you're stuck, it can be tempting to want to make big changes overnight. However, this can be overwhelming and set you up for failure. Instead, focus on setting small, achievable goals that you can build on over time. Break down your larger goals into smaller steps and celebrate your accomplishments along the way. This will help you build momentum and motivation. 3. Take action. One of the best ways to get unstuck is to take action. Even if you're feeling unmotivated, try to do something. Anything to move forward. This could be as simple as getting out of bed and making your bed. Once you start taking action, even in small ways, you'll begin to feel a sense of accomplishment and motivation to do more. Remember, the key is to just get started. 4. Focus on your strengths. When you're stuck, it can be helpful to focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Identify what you're good at and how you can use your talents to achieve your goals. This can help you build confidence and motivation. Remember, you've got this. 5. Seek support. Don't be afraid to reach out for support when you're feeling stuck. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist about how you're feeling, and ask for their advice and help. Having someone to listen and offer guidance can be invaluable when you're struggling to get unstuck. Remember, you're not alone, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. 6. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool to help you get unstuck. Take some time each day to visualize yourself achieving your goals and overcoming obstacles. This can help you focus on what you want to achieve and build the confidence and motivation to get there. 7. Practice self-compassion. When you're feeling stuck, It's important to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and understand that setbacks and failures are a natural part of the journey. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Remember, you deserve it. Getting unstuck is a process that takes time and effort. Okay, let's go over some key vocabulary related to social media. These words will help you talk about apps, habits, and the way online life affects us. Let's get started. 1. Scroll to move up or down through content on a screen. Example, I usually scroll through Instagram before bed. We scroll through photos, posts, or comments. It's a common habit. 2. Platform, an app or service used for social interaction, like Instagram or YouTube. Example, TikTok is my favorite platform for short videos. Each platform has its own style and audience. 3. Viral, something that spreads quickly and becomes very popular. Example, her funny video went viral overnight. When something goes viral, millions of people might see it. 4. Influencer, someone who affects others' opinions online. Example, that influencer always recommends cool skincare products. Influencers often have a big following and can shape trends. 5. Addicted, when you can't stop doing something, even if it's not healthy. Example, I think I'm addicted to checking my phone every 5 minutes. This word is often used with social media, games, or even coffee. 6. Privacy, the right to keep personal information or actions secret. Example, I don't post too much because I care about my privacy. Online privacy is a big concern in today's digital world. 7. Comparison, looking at yourself next to others and feeling better or worse. Example, too much comparison on social media can hurt your confidence. It's important to remember, what you see online isn't the full story. 8. Positive, negative impact, the good or bad effect something has on your life. Example, social media has a positive impact when used for learning, but it can also have a negative impact if it causes stress, so let's jump right into it. I've prepared some questions and I want you to answer them out loud. If you don't understand something, pause and look it up, then continue answering. Try your best. First, let's talk about daily habits. Answer these questions in your own words. 1. Which social media platforms do you use every day? I use Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter every day. 2. What do you do first when you wake up? I check my phone first when I wake up. 3. Do you use any social media apps before going to sleep? Yes, I browse TikTok before bed. 4. Is it easy or hard for you to stop using social media? It's pretty easy for me to stop using social media. I can use it whenever I want. 5. How do you feel when you haven't used social media for a whole day? Honestly, I feel a little bit bored when I haven't used social media for an entire day. Now let's talk about how we can be more mindful of our social media usage. For example, do you set time limits for yourself? Do you take breaks from using social media? How do you decide which posts to share or like? Do you ever feel stressed or sad after using social media? Why? Can you give an example? Well, sometimes I compare myself to other influencers, so I feel a little bit stressed and anxious, but then I remind myself that everyone's life is different, so it's no use comparing myself to others. And now let's discuss ways to make social media a more positive experience. First, let's talk about privacy. What does privacy mean to you? Privacy means being able to share things without worrying about others. So when you use social media, what's something you might share with others? I share my daily life and my artwork with others. And what's something you might keep private? I don't really share my personal information on my face because I care about my privacy. It's also important to be careful about who you trust online. What are some things you should never share with a stranger? You should never share your personal information, passwords, or home address with a stranger. Next, let's talk about the impact of social media. Remember, impact means the effect something has on your life. Using social media can have both positive and negative impacts. What are some positive impacts of social media in your life? I use social media for networking, sharing, and learning new things. There are so many positive aspects of social media. And what are some negative impacts of social media? Well, social media can have a negative impact if you spend too much time on it. And finally, let's talk about something that's very popular on social media: influencers. An influencer is someone who can affect others' opinions by what they say or do. Influencers often have a lot of followers and can change trends. Here's an interesting question. Are you an influencer in your social group? I think I am an influencer in my friend group because they often ask me for advice. And now let's talk about how to improve your social media presence. If you want to become a well-known influencer, it's important to first find your niche, develop a content strategy, and engage with your audience. What's your niche? My niche is health and wellness. Who is your target audience? My target audience is young adults. What kind of content do you plan to share? I plan to share workouts, recipes, and tips for living a healthier life. How will you engage with your audience? I will respond to comments, ask questions, and run polls. And just a quick reminder, if you want to learn English faster and reach your fluency goals, you can try out our online English courses. Okay, now let's practice speaking using some of the new words. Look at this incomplete dialogue and fill in the blanks with the correct words. You may use each word only once. Hi, I'm Mia. Let me tell you something about myself. I'm a huge fan of social media. I use all the popular platforms, but my favorite is YouTube. I love watching beauty tutorials and vlogs. I also love making videos and sharing them with my friends. It's so much fun. I don't use YouTube much. I'm a bit of a social media addict. I check my accounts every few minutes. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. Me too. I think social media has a huge impact on our lives. We have to be careful. It's easy to compare ourselves to others, and that can make us feel bad. It's important to remember that people only show the best parts of their lives on social media. But be true. I agree. I feel better when I stay off social media for a few days. I take a break and I don't even tell anyone. I like to keep it private, eh? That's smart. Do you have any advice for people who are struggling with social media addiction? I think they should find a support system. They shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, now you're ready to continue practicing your speaking skills. Find a conversation partner and ask each other questions from today's lesson. Take turns answering and providing examples to show you really understand the meaning of the words. Don't forget to record yourselves while speaking. It's the best way to practice. Alright, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave us a comment below to let us know how you feel about social media. Thanks for tuning in and happy practicing.